Hello. Hi, Gaia. Oh, wow. You all got together at the same time. So I see I've got the usual suspects. I got Eric and Giuliano. Is that you, Austin? Or is that someone else? I see Elisa. We're starting now, Eric. Are you ready to start? Okay. How are you? Did you have a good day today? Are you a bit confused with the time change? Because today the hour is different from yesterday, and I'm a bit confused because it doesn't feel like the right time. It feels like it's 4, 4:30, not 5:30. Anyway, hi Andrea. I'm glad you're all okay. So let's start. Today our lesson is about. Hi Austin. So wait a minute. Is there someone else without a picture? Who is this person? Can you tell me your name, please? I thought it was Austin, but it's not Austin because Austin has a picture on his profile. Okay, let's continue. Describing a place. In this focus activity, we are going to use, hi Christina, we're going to use there is and there are. We're going to use the modal verb can. We're going to describe a place, and we're even going to use prepositions. Let's see. Oops, sorry. Here we go. So we have here the same expression, I live, but we have different options for prepositions. We have in a city, in the suburbs, in a town, in a village, in the countryside, in the mountains, by the sea, yeah, not in the sea, of course, by the sea, near another city, near Berlin, near London, near Florence, okay? So guys, it's Valerio. Okay, Valerio, thank you. I couldn't read, I can't read Chinese yet. So the suburbs are the area around the city. So it's not in the city center. It's outside of the city center. What you call, who is Maju 2 GM? What's your name? Or shall I call you Maju? So the periferia is what we call the suburbs. Okay. So guys, where do you live? Tell me about where you live. Do you live in the center? Do you live in the suburbs? Do you live in a village or a small town? Do you live in the countryside maybe? For example, Maju is a nickname, I think. Leo, you live in a city. Where do you live? Can you give us more details? For example, I live in a small town called Quarata. Near my house, there is the countryside. But also near my house, there is the city center. My house is not by the sea, and it's near hills, not mountains, but hills. You understand hills? Hills, colline, hills. So let's see. I'm going backwards. Okay, Andrea says he lives in Prato's suburbs. Eric says he lives in the city. Austin also says he lives in Prato. Giuliano, you lives in a town. So what is the difference between a town and a city? I'm not sure. I would say that maybe Quarata or Poggioacaiano are a town, and maybe Prato, Pistoia, Florence are cities. So everyone lives in the city. Okay. Leo, you should not give your address in public. We will all come to your house. Yes, the city is a little bigger than the town. But I don't know exactly the population number. I think Prato is a city. So Gaia, you also live in... You go to middle school, Austin? In Quarata, really? You go to the city center or you go to Vignole? Okay, Gaia lives between Cafaggio and Prato. I'm just saying for your privacy, Leo. Because when the coronavirus is finished, everyone will come to your house. Vignole, yes. I taught English in Vignole sometimes in the past. Ah, Julia, welcome. I like your nickname. But do you prefer if I call you Julia? I can call you Maju too, if you want. Okay, so Julia, where do you live? Did you tell me where you live already? I didn't see. So I imagine no one lives near the sea, but does anyone live near the mountains? Austin, you want to know the suburbs? The suburbs, we explained before, are the area around the city. So it's kind of usually more residential and there are less shops. It's not like the city center, what in Italian you call the periferia. So I would say that I live in the suburbs. I live in a residential area. Ah, you live in Vaiano? So is Vaiano... I think Vaiano is a town, probably, not a village. Vaiano is quite big, no? I don't know the population of Vaiano. But Vaiano is near the mountains, no, Julia? Gaia... Okay, you all live in town, I think. Nobody lives in the countryside. Cafaggio is small, no, Gaia? Is Cafaggio a village or is it the suburbs of Prato? Difficult question. Let's continue with some adjectives to describe your town. We have different options. We have to find the opposite. What is noisy? What is the opposite of noisy? Ah. So Gaia and Leo, you go to the same school. You're schoolmates. Yes, the opposite of noisy, Elisa, thank you. The opposite of noisy is quiet. So noisy, a lot of noise, maybe a lot of cars. If there are a lot of cafes, restaurants, maybe a nightclub, it can be very noisy. Quiet, when you live in the countryside, usually it's very quiet. Where I live is quiet, usually. So what is the opposite of big? This is an easy example. The opposite of big. It's just water. It's my whiskey. Yes. The opposite of big is small. I think that was not too difficult. Next one. What is the opposite of nice? I live in a nice town. I live in a... I hope you don't live in the opposite of nice. Good idea, Austin, that the opposite of nice is ugly. But hi, Elena. But I think probably Leo is correct. Horrible. The opposite of nice is horrible. I hope you don't live in a horrible town or a horrible village. Hi, Joyane. I didn't notice before. Welcome. So yes, horrible. You can use also this adjective for, obviously, for a person, for a place, but also for a person. What is the opposite of old? For example, the center of Prato is old, but the suburbs of Prato are not old. Well done, Julia. Yeah. The opposite of old is modern. Yes. Yes. So, I don't know. Prato has a very old historical center, but then the suburbs are not very, very modern because they are from the 60s or the 70s. For example, the Museo Peci is very modern. Yeah? If you think of New York with skyscrapers, it's very modern. What is the opposite of clean? Clean. Clean. Austin, you're unstoppable. The opposite of clean is dirty. Well done, Austin. And the opposite of interesting is also boring. Yes, so do you think that Prato is a clean city, or do you think that Prato is a dirty city? So clean, we said the opposite is dirty, and interesting, the opposite is boring. So by elimination, since we have only one option, beautiful, the opposite is ugly. So I think all these adjectives we can use for people and for things, for cities or objects, yeah? So we did them all correctly. So do you think that Prato is a clean city or Prato is a dirty city? Since you all live in Prato or near Prato, what do you think? Julia, you think it's a dirty city, really? I'm surprised when I see sometimes Italian people throw trash on the street. You understand? Trash, spazzatura, like it's okay to put it on the street. This for me is very shocking. So some people say clean, some people say dirty. I guess it depends where you go. I think on average, Prato is quite clean, at least the center. I don't know if in other parts of Prato. So Gaia, you think that Prato is dirty? Okay, let's continue. What other adjectives can we use to describe... Sorry. Ooh, here we have some different adjectives. Which adjectives on the side here are similar to the adjectives on the left? If I want to say a cultural city, what can be a synonym? A synonym, you understand, something similar. Cultural, another way to say cultural in this list, what can I say? What can I use in this list that is similar to cultural? Yes, Elisa, a synonym, a sinonimo, very good. So cultural, old could be cultural, or another word maybe that could be cultural. But what about the word historical? Historical is a synonym for what? A historical city. Are you saying boring? Austin, is this a synonym of historical? No. Historical, I think, goes with old. Historical. Because if you say, this city is historical, I understand that it's quite an old city. So maybe for cultural, as a synonym, we can put maybe interesting. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Polluted. Another word that means polluted. You understand? Polluted. Polluted. The air can be polluted. The water can be polluted. When Austin thinks that historical is super boring. It depends. Some historical cities are very beautiful and interesting. Yeah, I think Elena is right. I would put cultural maybe with interesting. What do I put? Yes, indeed. Inquinato is polluted. So a synonym for polluted, what can we put that is similar? Yes, Gaia, dirty. The city can be dirty because there are things on the street, but the city can also be dirty because there's a lot of traffic and the air is not clean. So you could say dirty. Okay, so we have dirty are similar to polluted. Then another word for crowded. Crowded, what does it mean, crowded? Crowded? Yes, Prato is polluted. I guess now maybe Prato is very clean now. The air is very fresh. So how do we say, what does crowded mean? You understand crowded? A lot of people in one place. At the moment, Prato isn't crowded. There are no people in the streets. There are no people in public transport. There are no people at the restaurant. Prato is not crowded. So a synonym for crowded, what could we use? It's temporarily, it's clean. But the problem are humans. Humans make everything dirty. The planet is usually clean. So guys, a synonym for crowded, it's not exactly the same, but hi Eric, maybe we could say noisy, or maybe we could say, yeah, noisy I think is the only option. It's not exactly the same, but it's the closest one, I think. Thank you, Andrea. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Mm. Crowded is many, many, many people in one place. Mm. So usually when you have many people, you have a lot of noise. No, not forever, Leo. No, of course. This will be over, I hope, soon. I don't know. As we say in the song, I will survive. We will survive. Okay. So chaotic. What is the difference between, what does chaotic mean? Crowded, we said, is many people. Chaotic, what does it mean? Florence is crowded and it's also polluted and historical. Correct. There's a lot of there was a lot of traffic in Florence. Now I think it must be beautiful to go walk in Florence. It would be beautiful. No tourists, no cars. So chaotic is when there are many people, many things happening, maybe also noisy. So I think the options for chaotic and crowded are a little bit similar. Hmm? Okay, let's continue. Here we have 4 different places. We have London, we have Delhi, we have the Como Lake, Lake Como, and we have New York. So very different places. We have to describe these 4 cities using adjectives. We can use negative or positive. For example, London is, we can even say very big. London isn't boring. So I want you to make some positive examples and some negative examples. And you can use some of the adjectives here or the adjectives from the previous page. Remember, in the previous page we had, sorry. Oh, we had chaotic, noisy. Okay. Anyway, so what can we say about London, guys? Have you been? The market is crowded now. Ah, the supermarket for sure. Yes. Supermarkets everywhere are very crowded. There are long lines for people that want to go shopping. So, guys, how can we describe London? I want 2 examples about London, that one positive and one negative. So London is big, yes, very big. Delhi is very crowded. Yeah. Sorry, I have to. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Whew. London is polluted. True, true. London is polluted. If you go walking around London all day, at the end of the day, your skin and even your nose, there's black stuff on your skin. But New York is modern. London is also modern, but London is also very historical. There are many old monuments in London. In New York, less. Lake Como is quiet. Be careful, Austin. Quiet like this, huh? Quiet. Quiet. Julia, have you been to Lake Como? Is it noisy? Or is it boring? Be careful, huh? Boring and noisy are false friends. Noisy, rumoroso, boring, noioso. Elena says that London is big and interesting, a big and interesting city, but also very chaotic. Yes, there are many people, many things happening. You understand? Oops, sorry. Yes, quiet. Lake Como is quiet. I've never been to Lake Como. I've been to London, I've been to Delhi, and I've been to New York, but I have never been to Lake Como. It's very big. Hi, Paula. Lake Como is a very big city, or is it small? From the picture, it looks small, but maybe. One day I would like to go. I think it's quite beautiful. And interesting, Leo says. What about Delhi, guys? Would you be interested in going to Delhi? Delhi, I went to Delhi. It was very hot, very polluted, very chaotic. Delhi is the capital of India. And it's very crowded. There are many, many, many people in Delhi. I have never seen so many people as I have seen in Delhi. But I have never been to China, so I don't know. Maybe in China there are many, many, many people. But in Delhi, it was incredible for me. So the lake is quite big in Lake Como. Yes. It sounds like I have to go. What about New York? I think, Elena, you've been to New York also, no? You've been everywhere, Elena. You can tell us which one is better. Delhi is modern, big, and interesting. Okay. Lake Como is quiet. Gaia, you too. Be careful. Like Austin, quiet. With no E, because if you write quite, is abbastanza. You can say, for example, Lake Como is quite big. It means abbastanza grande. So there's a difference in pronunciation. Quiet, shh, quiet. 2 syllables, quiet. Quite, with an E, is abbastanza. I know, no problem. They are very, very similar. Many students have problems with this word. They think it's the same, but it's not the same. Elena, you haven't been to New York? I don't remember where you didn't go. You want to go to New York, maybe, Elena. I don't, if I remember correctly. I went to New York many years ago, and I was too young to drink alcohol. I was not 21. In New York, to go to a bar, you have to be 21. You can't drink alcohol in New York if you're not 21. Barbara says that New York is a special city because the world is laggiù. The world is there. Now, New York is the worst place to be. New York is having many, many problems with the coronavirus. So it's not a good time to go. But it's a very beautiful city, very exciting city, many things to do. Oh, yes. I think only in New York, there are 44,000 infected people. Yeah, 44,000. 44,000 cases just in New York. Imagine. Half of Italy. So yes, let's wait. Yes, over there. There, yeah. Both are correct. For you, New York is horrible, Leo. Why? I'm curious. Why is it horrible? Life in New York is very fast, molto rapida, and very expensive. But if you like music, there are many concerts, many things to do, many restaurants. But it's good if you have money. If you don't have money, New York is not a good place. Okay, what do you do in these places? For example, what do you do in a cinema? In a cinema, you watch films and you eat popcorn. Hmm? So here we have a list of places, and on the right, we have a list of activities. Hmm? So you have to make an example with the things you can do in the place. Okay, guys, are you ready? Yes, it's right, Barbara. New York is the city that never sleeps. Andrea, you had good experiences in New York. New Yorkers are a very special type of Americans. New Yorkers are the cool people in America. Julian, are you saying cocaine or Coca-Cola? Yes, it's very crowded. Mm, it's true. Ah, I like this, Leo. At the cinema, we stay quiet. Shh. True. I am a snob. You understand a snob? Una snob. Okay, Coca-Cola. And I don't like when people speak at the cinema. I like people to be very quiet, and I don't like when people eat popcorn next to me if I'm looking at the movie. Quiet, please. Shh. So Leo and I agree. At home, okay, but at the cinema, no. So what what do you do in a museum? What do you do in a museum? Of course, Austin, you love Austin. But they say that there are two types of people. They are the people from the East Coast, so New York, and there are people from the West Coast, Los Angeles, San Francisco. So maybe Austin is from the West Coast. So Julia, you changed your name, Julia. You're not. So what do you do in a shopping center? In a shopping center, where is the verb, Julia? You go shopping. Yes, you go shopping, or you can even go window shopping. What is window shopping, guys? Window shopping? Yes, Julia, well done. Uh-oh. Guys, I hope you have no problems hearing me because they are telling me that there are problems with the internet connection. I think now at the moment there are many people on the internet. So the program sometimes has problems with the internet. Mm. Julia, you love shopping. Tell me if you have any problems listening to me, if there are any problems with the connection. So window shopping is when you look at the shops, but you don't buy anything, just looking. no buying. Okay? So I like to go window shopping. I look, but I don't buy. Okay. Giuliano, you never go shopping. Never, ever. Who buys your clothes? Does your mom buy your clothes? Or do you buy your clothes on the internet? Okay, good, Elena. Thank you. Anyway, I will continue with the lesson, even if there are problems with the connection. And fingers crossed that it goes as planned. So, you haven't told me what you can do at the restaurant. What can you do at the restaurant? Or what do you do at the restaurant? Ah, you go window shopping every time, Austin. You like window shopping? Yeah, sometimes it's a lot of work to go in the shop, to try the clothes, to decide if you like it or not, or if it's too expensive. So I just look and I don't go in the shop. Leo, you're too lazy to go shopping. I understand. I'm very lazy too. I try to go very rarely shopping. And I don't like supermarket shopping either. So in the restaurant, you eat dinner or lunch. What else can you do in the restaurant? That's it? Only to eat? Well, I hope you eat good food, Barbara, yes. I eat good food. Maybe, I can speak with my friends. I can go on a date. You understand? To go on a date. Yeah. With your girlfriend. Oops, sorry. With your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Maybe you're a bit young to go on a date. You can also drink, maybe, not just eat. You can chat. You can maybe listen to music. Leo can play on his phone. Leo, very antisocial. Don't play with your phone at the table. It's rude. Okay, what can I do at the school? Barbara, you go to the restaurant with your family and your friends from work, your colleagues. Nice. So what about... Anyway, Giuliano, it's better not to have a girlfriend now. It's better to have a girlfriend when the crisis is finished. Imagine if you have your boyfriend or your girlfriend in another part of town and you can only communicate with messages. It's very difficult. So Leo, you know that you're rude when you look at your phone, but you're not going to stop. You're going to continue to look at your phone at the table. Yes, you can also go on a date with your friend. You don't have to go on a date with a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You can also go just with a friend. Yeah. So guys, what do you do at school? I know now that you forgot about school. You don't remember school? What is it? I don't know. But what do you usually do at school? At school, what do you do? So Leo and Giuliano, if you want to start a new relationship, it's okay. You're both single. At school, I study. Yes, very exciting. What else do I do at school? You only study at school. Ah, Giuliano, you see, is very busy at school. He catches girlfriends. You don't have a boyfriend, Gaia. No problem. After this crisis, you will get a boyfriend if you want. What else? So you study, that's it? You look for a boyfriend or a girlfriend? That's all you do at school? You can spend time with your friends. Well, Barbara, you're very busy. You work in a nursery school for little children, and you study at university. Wow. Leo. No more comments about Giuliano. So this must be at the moment, Barbara, you cannot study and you cannot work. This is very difficult for you. So guys, oh, I'm sorry, Gaia. So what do you do at the park? I know it's another place where we cannot go now, but what do people do at the park? Ah, you work in 2 schools, Barbara. Okay. Very busy woman. So what do we do at the park? You play. That's it? We play at the park? Giuliano, you're obsessed. You can speak with girls, yes. You can run, maybe, if you want to. What else can we do at the park? Yes. You can read a book and you can watch your daughters play. You have children, Barbara? 2 daughters. We can walk in the park. We can. Daughters is difficult to spell. Like this. Daughters. A lot of letters that are silent. Yes, I think it's difficult now because we cannot go to the park. And if we live in an apartment for children, it's very difficult to stay in the apartment every day, all day. It's very difficult. So, what can you do? I know for sure. So I'm looking at your message, Julia. He says, I know for sure, dovrebbe essere lo so per certo. Talking about Barbara. I don't remember what I said before. You can just say also for sure. It must be difficult. I don't know. Certo. I don't know if I understood correctly what you want to say, Giulia. Di certo, for sure. But maybe I didn't understand. So, what do you do? Oh, okay, here we go, Giuliano. What do you do in a hotel? I am worried about Giuliano's answer. Okay. Barbara and Giulia are from the same family. Okay, I understand now the connection. You would say, I would know. Certo che lo so. I would know because I'm her daughter. Yeah, okay, Giuliano, you said it. I was waiting for your answer. Sleep in a bed. This is what we do when we are at the hotel. We sleep, Giuliano. We stay in a room. We eat. Maybe we eat in our room. If we get, we can have the food delivered to our room. It's called room service when we eat in the hotel room. In the hotel, I can relax. I can watch TV. I can drink all the alcohol of the minibar. Very bad idea because it's very, very expensive. Don't drink water or alcohol from the minibar. Yes, just sleep. Have fun. I don't know. Okay, I think I haven't said hospital because I don't want to talk about the hospital now. And I think museum and castle, you guys are not so interested. So I will continue with the next slide. What is in your town? So be careful. If we talk about something singular, we use there is or there isn't. But if we have many similar things, we can say there are lots of shops. Be careful if the sentence is negative. In my town, there aren't any hotels. We have to use any in a negative sentence. A lot, lots of for a positive, and any for a negative. So let's talk about Gaia, when you grow up, you want to sleep because now you don't sleep. I love sleeping too. It's the best. But when you're an adult, you don't sleep a lot because you have to work, because you have children that don't sleep. So let's see, Giulia. What can we say about Vaiano? In Vaiano, there is, there isn't, there are, there aren't. I don't know about Vaiano. Also, guys, what about Prato or Cafaggio or Quarata? Or, for example, in Quarata, there is a cinema, but now I don't know if the cinema is open or closed. In Quarata, I think there isn't a museum. Oh, no. There is a museum. There are a few museums, not many. Okay, so Barbara says, in my town, there are restaurants, but there isn't a hospital. Correct. Vaiano is on the opposite side of Quarata. It's in the opposite direction. Or what do you want to say, Barbara? In Quarata, there is one park, and there are a few playgrounds. Playgrounds are parks for children to play, where you have maybe some swings, you have the slide to go down. There are a few playgrounds in Quarata. There's a market. There isn't a hospital in Quarata. There are many schools in Quarata, but only 2 middle schools and 1 high school. Yes, they are in the opposite direction for sure. I never go to Vaiano. An ice cream shop. This is very important. Ice cream shops. In Quarata, there are many ice cream shops. There are 2 or 3 ice cream shops. Yes, I miss a good ice cream, but it's not very hot. If it gets even hotter, the weather, then I will really miss my ice cream. Italian ice cream is the best. Are there any gyms or are there any shopping centers in your town? For example, in Quarata, there are shops, there are many shops, but there is no shopping center. And I think there are many gyms. I don't go to the gym, so I don't know. Okay. So I have to go to a good restaurant in Vaiano. Barbara, you will show me a good restaurant. We can go with Julia. Yes. In Quarata, there isn't a castle. You changed your name to it's called 007. Leo 007. He's a spy. I know, who doesn't like, some people don't like ice cream. You know that before I lived in Italy, I was like, ice cream, it's okay. But when I arrived in Italy, I loved ice cream. Now I really love ice cream, but before, I was not very interested. So you haven't told me about your city. What is there and what isn't there in your city? Come on, guys. I want some examples. In Cafaggio, yes, Gaia. What is there in Cafaggio? 008. Okay. Come on, guys. Some examples about your towns. You can do it. I want a positive, a negative, singular, plural. You can do it. So, for example, in Cafaggio, there isn't a castle. I don't know, is this true? I'm inventing. You're not inspired, guys. I see, eh? You're not giving me my good examples. Would you prefer to speak about a different city? We can speak about another city like London. Yes, in Prato there isn't the sea. But there are mountains behind Prato. I've never been to the mountains behind Prato. I heard they're very beautiful, but I usually go to the mountains near Pistoia, so I don't know. What else isn't in Prato? In Prato, there isn't the sea. There isn't... No, there isn't... Can't think of another example. Okay. What can you do there? Okay, guys, tell me the things that you can do in your town. For example, in Parata, go for a walk. Very exciting. because we have a cycle lane. You understand? A cycle lane? A place where you can go with your bicycle, or you can walk also. So in Quarata, we have a new bicycle lane or cycle lane, and you can walk near the river. Very exciting. In Quarata, you can go to the pub. There is only one pub in Quarata. Only one. So there are not many options if you want to drink a beer. So in Cafaggio, there is an ice cream shop. Only one. Is it good? What else can you do in your city or in your town? I guess in Quarata you could go shopping. There are a few supermarkets. We have a Conad, small. We have a Cup, quite small. And we have even a Eurospin. So imagine. Yes, in Prato there isn't a lake. True. Also, you can go to school in Quarata. Yes, very exciting. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. You can finish the lesson with us. We have 3 minutes. Okay. To finish, guys, what can you do? In Prato, you can sleep at home. There's an old castle in Vaiano. Oh, I didn't know. Is it beautiful? I know, only 3 minutes. Already, we have to say already. Déjà, already. Time flies. What else can we do? Okay, different example. Okay, a historical. Oh, there. Oh, ice cream parlors. Oops, sorry. So what can we do in China? Okay, if I go to China tomorrow, next week, what can I do in China? You can go to the cinema in your town. In Mayano, there isn't a pool. That's a problem. No pool in summer. It's a tragedy. No, you want another lesson for another hour? Are you sure? This is about China, Lisa. You can eat something good in China, I imagine. Okay, what can you do in Japan? Ooh, in Vaiano, you can go for a walk in the forest. Nice. I like to go for a walk in the forest. Yes, in Japan, you can go. You can go to Beijing. In China, yes. But in Japan, what can I do? In Japan, I can eat sushi. I can visit temples. I can drink green tea. I can go to a hot spring. What is a hot spring, guys? Hot spring, you know? Where they have hot water, and you can have a bath in hot water. It's like a pool, but not exactly. And usually in Japan, in hotels, you have one side for women that is separated from the side for men. And there you can stay in the hot water. Okay, guys, that's it for today. You don't understand or you don't stand, Austin? You don't understand the hot spring. It's a natural hot water. No, Giuliano, it's not primavera calda. A hot spring is a, how do you say, a fonte termale di acqua calda, no? Natural hot water from the earth. Very nice. Okay, guys, that's it for today. But remember that this week you have other focuses. You have one tomorrow at 11. You have one on Wednesday, mercoledì, Wednesday at 4. You have one on Thursday, giovedì, Thursday at 11. And you have one on Friday at 5:30. So please log in for some more. Yes, thank you, Termi. Log in for some more lessons, okay? Bye-bye. See you soon.